Yo, welcome back, everybody, to the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast. It's me, Kyle, the entertainment legacy, sticking with it. Honestly, it's a thing. This is episode 86 of the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast, and I got my guest here today. Just did his podcast, a video game podcast. It's Jordan Ducharme. What's going on, lad?
Hey, man, thanks for having me in my living room. It's great to be here.
Okay, alright. Disclaimer, that's not the real Bob Dylan. He's not looking for a window. No, this is... thanks for letting me record my podcast here all those years.
No, yeah, no worries, man. Anytime you need a living room.
Anytime, yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it is nice as well. I feel like we're recording this in this living room. We recorded your podcast in your room.
Yeah.
So we're moving around.
Yeah, next one's in the basement, dude.
Yeah, Lulu's going to come back. We're doing hers in the shitter. It'd be good. Would it be good acoustics in a bathroom, or would it be terrible?
It's too echoey, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Shit would bounce off the walls.
Even when I'm trying to talk to somebody on loudspeaker, people are like, "What the fuck is going on there?" You know
That's why you can't piss when you're talking on the phone, because they'll hear the piss.
Ah, okay,
it's
that's
awkward,
true.
you know.
That's you want to keep your bathroom movements a secret.
Yeah, that's why ensuite bedrooms suck. Like, the ensuite bathroom sucks.
Yeah, fucking a big old shit in the morning.
Yeah,
and
right.
she's still in there.
It's the worst.
Yeah, that's brutal. A hungover shit as well.
Yeah. Well, luckily we have the hallway bathroom though, so it's like.
Okay. Well then, yeah, there you go. Thank God. That's the roommate's problem, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's sick. Well, we're not here to talk about your bowel movements,
No,
even though I mean, unless if maybe we'll do it on the Patreon.
Yeah, dude, the demand is there.
But the people at home and Bob Dylan, Bobby D, we'll go straight into it. Ways I can meet LeBron. Okay, because I'm on episode 86 now. Like I'm closing in. I feel like I want to met him by 100.
Well, it's hilarious. In classic comedian fashion, I've never listened to your podcast before doing
of course.
But I thought it was a basketball pod. That's why I never asked to do it.
Yeah.
But the idea of it's just more about getting ways for you to meet LeBron James. I love that, and I have a few ideas.
Oh, I mean, it is a mix of both. If I do have a basketball fan on, you know what I mean? Like, like some comedians are and stuff like that, then we go into it and we'll go into like topical stuff or whatever. But you'll see, like, even that, as you'll be telling me about this, I'll be peppering in real life basketball. Honestly, it'll be seamless. You won't even realize
The references.
You'll literally leave and be like, you'll be in a quiz trivia like in 2 years, and they'll be like, how many rings does LeBron have? And you'll be like, 4? I don't know this.
Well, it's funny, man, because like it must be tough for you, because like Britain isn't like a basketball country at all.
Yeah.
So like you sort of, I bet when you find a basketball fan, you're like, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Literally, I mean, in Australia it was a lot easier because a lot of people love basketball there. It's a better like time zone to watch it in. Like last night, I mean, I stayed at Dan's, but I was watching the game at 3 a.m. I would have passed out at half time at 4. You know what I mean? So
right.
It's like, especially if you're Lakers, because it's West Coast. It's it is fucked. But and even playing like basketball's getting bigger here. Like, but growing up, like it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I knew every black person in Liverpool through basketball for sure.
Really?
All 10 of them.
Yeah, I was the same way. Like, I'm a big UFC fan.
Yeah.
And over there, I go to bars to watch it and shit like that. It was beautiful. But here it's like, 3 a.m. and no one I know watches it. So
really?
Not many, like...
I thought UFC is getting bigger for in comics though, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know
the odd
like,
guy. I mean, Dean Coughlin, Aaron Wood, there's a couple guys that I talk about it. But I'm not going to fucking hang out at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's true, yeah, exactly.
Even, like, I could go to the Seven Oaks, but I'm like, why would I want... Like, I'd rather just watch it at home.
Oh, yeah, I mean, at that point, really, like, if it's not, like, a big gang here, then you're like, well, fuck this.
Just alone in a pub drinking.
That's what sucks now for me, say, we're watching basketball, I'm losing that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because there it was like in Australia and in America, obviously it's normal time, and in Australia it was like noon, 2:30 in the afternoon, so you're like, well, you're drinking in the pub, you know what I mean?
Full bar of fans.
Exactly, yeah.
Meeting friends.
Especially the finals, like we had a big crew, like there's about 15 comedians down there, we were all betting and stuff like that.
Oh, man.
And then we won, the Lakers won in game 6, and I had sex with my girlfriend in the bar toilets as well afterwards to celebrate, I remember.
With a girlfriend?
Yeah, with my girlfriend, because she was there, she was like, I was like, you can come, but like, don't be like, ruining it. In so many words, but she didn't. She wore the jersey. Everybody knew it anyway, so it was sad.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. It's true, man. Like, when Conor McGregor fights would happen, it would be like an event, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, pubs were like turning people away and shit. And I worked at one, so I always had the like best seat in the house.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
It's beautiful, man. I love it, and yeah, that I do miss that atmosphere of just
Irish people like fucking going nuts as well. You know what I mean?
Well, because I was in Canada when the Raptors had their run. You know.
You'd moved here before that. You back home? Was you?
Oh, I don't. Wait, what year was it?
2019 or?
I'd visited.
Oh yeah, because that was the year you came to Edinburgh, yeah. When we were doing those shows together for sure.
Yeah, and
when I was breaking the record, 230. He just reminded me of it earlier on the podcast. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. But it's funny because even like I don't know a thing about basketball and shit. But if you're in the room and there's enough fans, you can get into anything, man.
Yeah. Like so you were. Where did you watch the final game? They won game 7.
I was always at 12 Kings pub.
That's in downtown Toronto or something?
No, Vancouver. It's,
Vancouver.
It's this craft beer bar I used to work at, and it's on 12th and Kingsway, so.
But that was like, that was for all of Canada, that championship.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was the Toronto Raptors, but I mean, that was all of, that was Canada that was going crazy for that, you know what I mean? Like.
Well, it's funny, man, you can tell when a country needs a win, because like, sport, like, when it's just regular, the team's doing normal or whatever, they pretend it's not even happening. But then when they start winning, it's like, this is a Canadian moment. We need this.
Like, where's Drake? Somebody get Drake here.
Yeah. And Bieber. Double time.
If I say this to you, you're going to tell me if you think this is true or false. Drake is the ambassador for basketball in Canada. Is the Canadian basketball ambassador.
I think I heard that is true.
It's true, and it's ridiculous.
Right.
he can't play for the start, you know what I mean? Like, he only went to the Raptors. I mean, he was always been a Raptors fan and stuff, but like, he used to go to the finals in Miami and all that stuff. He's got Steph and Durant tattooed on him.
Really?
As their names, and they've never even played for the Raptors, you know what I mean? They played against them. It's like...
I hate Drake, personally. Man.
Yeah, I hate him for that as well. Like,
that whole, started from the bottom, and it's like, you're a child actor, dude. Like, we know where you started. Wait, what are you talking about?
That's so true. Started from the bottom. You started, the trailer? What are you on about?
Yeah, you were a PA first? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's so, and then you didn't even play a gangster on TV. You were a kid in a wheelchair or something.
Yeah, he was a crippled kid.
Did you watch that? Was that like your Grange Hill or something?
I think it was just before my time, like when I was...
okay.
I think it was early 90s, so I wasn't really watching sitcoms.
Oh, that's true.
Shit.
He's old. I'm old straight. He's almost 40 now, I guess, yeah.
But he likes him young, from what I hear.
Oh, really?
Putting it out there, yeah.
Just putting it out there on this. Drake likes him young. Okay, well then.
Look, dude, when it comes out that he's a pedophile 2 years from now, people will be like, I heard that on the LeBron James podcast.
On the I Want to Meet, we'll say it properly.
I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast. Sorry.
Well, because it's a moment in history, so let this podcast be a part of it, not just LeBron James.
Yeah, fair.
I can't believe you're calling that now. Really? You reckon
I've heard.
That's around the grapevine? Like,
yeah, it's one of those when there's smoke, there's fire thing. Like, I've heard enough rumors where it's like, okay, if I'm hearing rumors, obviously there's a PR team trying to cover that up, and it's still getting out.
If you're hearing it, you don't even listen to Drake or nothing, but you're like...
Well, dude, it's one of those things. I hate it when, like, a celebrity gets ousted, and then everyone pretends to be hearing it for the first time, and like, people knew Kevin Spacey was a creep, like, in the 90s.
Oh, true,
you know? So it's like... Yeah, if I'm hearing shit in Manchester, chances are people around the scene are hearing worse shit.
Oh, for sure, exactly.
And like, yeah, I just wouldn't be surprised, that's all I'm
saying. Yeah. So you reckon Drake's the next Cosby?
I don't know what next Cosby. Next R. Kelly, maybe? I don't know.
Next R. Kelly. So, that wedding that I done in Manchester, I was talking about on the last pod, when I was walking by on the way there, right next to it, they're playing Remix Ignition. It's blasted through that. It's like, so, and I was like, you hearing this? And then Molly's like, yeah, they got a D health rating as well. I was like, well, that makes sense. Which sucks because
I still love that song,
Kelly.
Dude.
That was one of my karaoke songs.
It's really great. But have you sung it since? I wonder what that would do to a room.
Oh, not karaoke. Oh, well, I done karaoke last night, didn't I? And well, that was in Canal Street, the
But if you went up there
so
and
I don't think so there, yeah.
If you just started belting R. Kelly, do you think the room would turn on you? Or would people get into it?
If I was with my lads, we'd get into it for sure. I'd take that for free.
Yeah.
But maybe if there's any milks there, probably not, to be honest. Like.
Yeah, like this is fucked up.
Oh, but literally, in Edinburgh, it was that 2019, me, Annie Pye, don't you, Reuven and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
We were at, I think it was that Tropicana place, you know, opposite the Pleasure Stone.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like that Spanishy place with all weird stuff on the ceiling. So it was down there in the basement, and they played remix R. Kelly Ignition. Like this was still like after, you know what I mean, all the stuff came out and that.
Yeah.
And it was a woman DJ, so everybody left the dance floor, but me, Arnie, and that stayed because we were like, well, it's a woman. I don't know what the vibe is now. Are we supporting her or what are we? So we're dancing, and then no, I shit you know. The song finished. Everybody just came on the dance floor like nothing happened and just started dancing again.
Really?
It was like a weird silent protest or whatever.
That's bizarre.
But we were like so fucked and like we didn't even realise till halfway through the song we were like, we can't leave now. We've just been dancing our hearts out. Like
there's something where with music specifically in my head, once it's out there, it's like sort of separate from the person. And I can't do it with all art or whatever. Like, I couldn't watch a Bill Cosby special or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hear guys that are fucked up, like, think about shit. But when it's a song, I'm like, dude, that song rules.
Yeah,
still.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, if it was good enough for Space Jam, you know what I mean? That's Disney as well. So they were like, well, hey, you want to do a whole soundtrack? Okay.
But that was not a funny, it was sort of fucked up part about that documentary about R. Kelly.
I'm going to get a bit more comfortable here. I like
Yeah,
the way you're sitting. That's better, actually. Let's move this closer. Sorry, viewers at home.
No worries. But like when they were saying like,
I like that.
they were saying like, you don't understand, like, I Believe I Can Fly is like a black church anthem. Like,
oh yeah,
like
for
he
sure,
is
yeah.
beloved for that song. So like, it's not just that, it's not like denial, but it's like you're attacking like this beloved figure who sang this fucking basically gospel anthem.
like world's greatest, another banger.
Right.
I Believe I Can Fly. Remix Ignition. I mean, the whole, what was that album, The Chocolate Factory or whatever? That was so good, yeah.
Yeah, he's
That
just a
was sick.
monster, and it's a shame.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know why this is becoming that I Want to Meet R. Kelly podcast.
How could you meet R. Kelly, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Visit
I'm
him.
too old.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. I mean, I told you this is it. We're just riffing. That's
Yeah.
it, isn't it? You just start it and then we just start riffing. And we're sound. Doesn't even matter that you're not that much of a basketball fan. If you was to like basketball, you'd be a LeBron James fan, I'm assuming.
Right, probably.
You've got nothing against the man, have you?
No, nothing. I've never heard anything
There you
about
go.
him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he would know because he knows Drake is going to be
know,
done.
yeah.
So just check it here.
LeBron's all
LeBron's
good.
safe.
He's
Okay,
all good.
LeBron's all good.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. But yeah, ways to meet him.
Man, I had a couple ideas. If you could become a serial killer, I've thought about this. And every time you murder...
You're opening with serial
Yeah,
killer. Okay.
this is... Every time you murder... It doesn't really matter who you murder.
Yeah.
But you leave the body in a public place and say, this will keep happening until I can meet LeBron James. And then after, like, the third victim, fourth victim, it's a national news story. It's an international news story.
Of course.
Who's doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? And then LeBron James is going to have to speak on it.
Oh,
Lest
for sure.
the murders continue.
So, they find a dead body, whatever, I kill him, however, strangle, whatever.
Whatever your thing is. Yeah. You decide.
That's not specific. Okay, thank you. I feel so bad. Bob Dylan just judging us right now. Shut up, Bob.
Yeah, he's good too, dude. Bob Dylan.
Oh, yeah, he's the man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they find the body, and then there's just a handwritten note or something, is it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Or maybe one of the ones you piece together from, like, a magazine.
Like a hostage.
So you don't
that's pretty good. I like that, yeah. So, we need gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And rope or a knife. Okay, this is a cheap way to do it. Okay, this is sad.
So my plan does have a flaw in that you do reveal yourself at the end when you meet him, and you're probably tackled by police and arrested.
I mean, it's not more of a flaw than it's life in prison. If it's a flaw in your plan, that's no. You're like, worst case scenario. Your best case scenario is 30 years. Yeah.
Or you could set up a situation where you meet him and then you escape or
We
whatever.
need a helicopter. I need LeBron James.
Yeah.
Go to Cayman Islands.
He's got to come alone.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
No, so cool. I like him. He's a good player, and then we can have like a little one-on-one, and then.
And you can
when it
explain
stays
like,
on,
look,
yeah.
I'm not fucked up. But,
Yeah.
I don't hate.
I just killed like 14 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like.
But they all thought Michael Jordan was better than you. So I mean, what are we doing?
Dude, that's a way to his heart. You could turn it around.
Yeah. So would I have to do the killings here or in America or what?
I don't know. I don't think it would matter, really.
I mean, you're right, it'd be international news and then he flies over.
It'd be a huge story.
But then, wouldn't I need a hostage? Because they would just tackle me straight away, wouldn't they?
Yeah, right. No, I don't know. Yeah, that part I haven't figured out.
Yeah.
I just think getting his attention through murder.
Getting his attention through murder.
Yeah.
Off stage, I'm already doing that on stage. Already murder. Even last night, Joke to the Oaks, baby.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a Tuesday night room in Manchester. If anybody's listening, my boy runs it here. It's fucking sick, man. Yeah. It's pumping.
I had another one too. I was thinking.
I would fucking hope so. Because if that's what I'm banking on.
Just kill people.
Yeah.
Well, that was an old Ricky Gervais joke, though. You know, he's like, people always ask him, "How do I get famous? How do I get famous?" And he's like, "Murder like 30 hookers, because those guys, everyone knows those guys." He's like,
that is a funny bit, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, but anyway, I was thinking you could almost do, you know how like gambling websites would pay people to get like their logo tattooed on their forehead and shit like that. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
Like Bet365 on your head?
Yeah, they paid some lady like, I think it was like $500,000. If she would get
on a forehead,
which is pretty fucked up actually.
I mean, I don't know if is that good, $500,000. I mean, would you do that for?
I wouldn't do it on my.
Do you get a night tick here or something?
I would get almost any part of my body tattooed for.
But not yet. What about cheek?
Not
cheek?
my face. Nah.
No, nothing.
It's too fucked up.
Neck.
Maybe neck.
Okay.
If it was a cool mill for a neck tattoo that said like Bet365, I think I would do it.
It's like cool, like like a bit of like like nice writing or whatever, like not like Comic Sans and not like that.
No. Or you could just do the logo like clip art, like.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my plan entails you starting some sort of campaign for every year you don't meet LeBron James, you're gonna get "I want to meet LeBron James" tattooed somewhere on your face or body. Okay,
again, I like the body more than the face.
Right, yeah. That might be saved for the end or whatever.
Have you got any tattoos?
I got one. It's a video game caricature.
Oh, nice. That's sick, actually.
Little guy on the leg. Which is weird. I just woke up one day and had money and was like, oh, I need a tattoo. I've always wanted a tattoo.
Okay.
And I'm like, even if I hate it, one day I'll be covered. And I've never gotten one since.
Well, I mean, that's weird because I think that tattoos are addictive apparently. Like I don't have any, but I mean, like that's what I've heard. Yeah.
I've always just been broke. It's tough to fucking prioritize like 300 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
For like,
that's 300 quid for that.
That was 120, I think.
Oh, okay, but I mean, like if you wanted to get enough one or something,
Yeah, I have a few ideas, but it's like I don't know, man.
Okay, so
anyway,
I want LeBron James. It has to be that, or it'll be anything about like.
Yeah, some sort of reference to LeBron James.
Yeah.
You can get a full hint like his body,
his whole arm in as well. I mean, I've got no tattoos, you know what I mean. So this is a stretch here.
Well then,
but I like it more than the murdering idea. So let's.
Well, and the plans have the thing in common where it would become a news story eventually, like. Once this guy wants to meet LeBron James so bad every year on the day.
Yeah.
And probably make it like LeBron's birthday.
Make it his birthday, which is the 30th of December. So that's a nice.
It's coming up.
Starting the new year with a new tattoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then after like 7-8 years, dude, he'd eventually reach out.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have to think.
It's the long game, innit, though, that is, because I want to meet him before he retires from basketball.
Oh.
So, I mean, now I'm being picky. Now I'm being picky, you're right, you're not being picky now. But I'm saying, like, that's the ideal plan. But you're right, really.
It's got to do
that's
something.
Still 6 years.
It's got to be something big to get his attention. That's my train of thought.
I mean, big is face tattoo, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, that's it. It really is, like... I mean, the 23 and a 6 here, but then
that would rule, dude.
That would be sick. But then it's like, I'm a rep in a gang that I don't know about. The 23 sixes, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Now you can never go to Chicago.
Exactly. I got a content. Not that I was going there anyway. To be honest, dressed like this, red and green. It's a neutral colour, boys. I don't know what the vibe is.
Sort of in the middle.
Yeah,
I like all you.
The Staples Center just changed their name. Well, they're going to change it at the start of this year. Like, it's been that for ages, you know, the Staples Center.
I heard about this.
One of the biggest real estate property outside, like, Madison Square Garden and that. It's going to be the crypto.com arena.
I heard that,
which is the worst, isn't it?
But it's funny because, like, I'm sure when they named it the Staples Arena, people were like, that's so
true,
gay,
yeah.
Like, Staples? Why would we want that? And now people are like, they can't change the Staples Arena.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, it's better than some other teams. Like, I think the Pelicans, one that we mentioned on the other pod, is Smoothie King.
Yeah.
Or Donut King or something like that.
There's the Smoothie King Center is in New Orleans, I think.
Yeah.
I went to it right next to... Because the big
is that where WrestleMania was?
WrestleMania was at the Silverdome.
Ah, okay.
Or Silverdome? One of them.
Superdome sounds right, I think. Yeah.
Oh, dude, this actually, it's a funny story. So, at that WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan...
Went to WrestleMania 30, by the way, so baller.
If you saw this, you'll remember this. So, Hulk Hogan opens the show with a promo, And he's like, it reminds me back at WrestleMania 3 when I lifted Andre the Giant over my head, right here in the Silver Dome. And he fucked up if it was Superdome, he said Silver Dome.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And everyone just sort of silent. And he's like, oh, weird, they didn't like it. So he drops it again and says Silverdome. And the second time people start booing. And
No way.
Superdome!
No way, really?
And you see it in Hogan's face when he realizes the fuck up. His mouth twitches a bit. He's like, oh, fuck. Like,
oh my lord.
Clicks. It's just so funny.
How's he save it?
He doesn't really. Stone Cold Steve Austin came out and fucking saved the day.
Thank God. You just hear that
the glass
break. You're like, oh God, like, thank God.
Sweating.
Okay, they're gonna forget this. They're gonna be too busy throwing beers.
Well, dude, they open the night with Hogan, then Austin comes out, and then The Rock, and they basically just chat shit.
Yeah.
And you're already just losing
Free legends. Yeah,
losing
exactly. You're like, I don't give a shit if this is the Superdome or the Silverdome.
Yeah, man.
Who would you want to meet? Because you said that you've met Chris Benoit.
I met Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit.
Speaking of murder, dude.
Pre-criminal cross face on the whole family.
Yeah. Well, it couldn't be post.
What was that? What was that like meeting one of your heroes?
What's weird because I was never he was never my favorite wrestler. It was more just like he was coming to town, and I'd never met a wrestler. I was like 13 or something.
Yeah.
And it was just fucking weird because like I think I was telling you guys last night, like he was super stoic. It's obviously in hindsight that you're like, oh, he's clearly fucked up. He had severe brain damage at this point, and he had that vacant like look in his eyes. And he just like, I remember him shaking my hand, and you're like, holy shit, dude. His arm was fucking just so juiced, full of steroids.
Just all those horrible veins.
Yeah, and he shakes your hand, it's just so stiff, and you're like, thanks, man.
Oh my lord. And wasn't he like smashing ciggies or whatever?
He'd take breaks from signing autographs to go smash like 2-3 cigarettes.
And he'd just come back sticking a business.
Dude,
was it a big line in that like?
Oh, around the fucking block.
And then what, you got a photo and a signature or something, did you, or what?
Yeah, and I fucking lost mine.
Really?
I have a signed Chris Benoit photograph somewhere in Canada.
Damn it. Okay, well, I mean, that's just going up in value.
That's what I know, dude. Honestly, I could probably sell it to some like murder museum or whatever.
Yeah.
One of those they have those in the States.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, here's Jeffrey Dahmer's like socks or whatever. Like,
what the fuck?
Shit like that.
Who gives a fuck? Ankle socks. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah,
what a creep.
People like that creepy shit. Like.
That's what I mean. I do love it. I mean, we're stoners, you know what I mean. But I do love like a documentary or something like that.
Oh,
Mindhunter, I loved and shit like that. Like that was sick.
It's weird when you'll open Netflix and it'll be like The Night Stalker, and you're like, let's go.
Yeah, of course.
It's all these like real life stories of people getting chopped up.
And then you like fast forward when they're interviewing the real people. Oh, sad.
Yeah, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
too
much focus on the victims. Let's get back to the horrible crime.
Yeah. Get back to the hero, the murderer.
Yeah, dude. That's what
I did make a documentary on me, the LeBron killer, or something like that.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
You know what I mean? That would be.
There's a bunch of benefits to that first plan. It's just
ways to meet LeBron. Go south.
What is weird, man, I tried to do a bit about it for forever, but did you ever see that Ted Bundy movie where Zac Efron's playing him?
Oh, yeah, and he's like a heartthrob or something. Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
It's really fucked up. You're like, dude, he was good looking for a serial killer. He wasn't like
Zac
Efron. Dude.
Exactly. That's what, and then you look at it now, you're like, this little guy? You're like, okay.
And then in the movie, he sort of rules, and you're like, am I meant to be rooting
and then
for
people are like,
guy?
I mean, it's like, he's killed women, but then other women are like, we love you. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on here?
That part's fucked up because that happens every time one of these killers gets trotted out. Women just appear at the courthouse wanting to marry them.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's like, dude, he would murder you if he could. But I guess that's the draw.
If he could, then he has.
Yeah. Basically. No, it's fucked, man. People are fucked. Same with, like, in that to go back to R. Kelly, there was that one where a girl was like, oh, I didn't believe him. I didn't believe the allegations, so I went to support him at the courthouse. And then he started dating me and pissing on me. And
what
it's like,
the fuck?
I guess you get what you pay for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally, that's his whole MO.
Yeah, that's his thing, dude. But to pick up a chick from the court hearing is so brazen and like...
fix this, sorry.
Yeah, this guy's got to go. I'm glad he's in jail.
Kelly's in jail, is he?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Is he?
They threw the book at him,
We were talking about this the other day. What did he get?
I'm not sure what the thing...
But he got a proper
life, probably,
that,
yeah. I mean, he's like almost 60 now.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking nuts, isn't he?
Although he could always get out.
If you had the podcast, like the I want to meet, who would it be?
I don't know, because Mick Foley was always my big one.
Oh my
To trail
Lord,
back to that.
yes.
And I did meet him.
Mankind.
Yeah, Mick Foley.
You met him?
Mankind. Yeah,
you met him?
Yeah, because he does like comedy shows and shit.
What the fuck? Oh, that's like a mutual friend of ours, Brian O'Gorman. Shout out to him if you're listening.
Oh, love Brian.
He used to open for Jake the Snake.
Oh,
and he had some crazy stories about him.
Mark Hughes opened for him too, and he said the guy's like
really
a complete grifter.
Oh
yeah.
man! Oh yeah, he's like
he says he's sober and he's just drinking backstage.
Oh, for
and
sure.
shit.
And then it's like there was another one where you would know him. He's an old school guy, he, like dressed like an Arab or something, a sultan maybe or something. You know
fuck something, yeah.
Yeah, like the great something or whatever maybe. But he was the same. He was like smuggling guns across borders and stuff like that or whatever, like a nutcase.
Dude, pro wrestlers are crazy people.
Oh,
typically.
for sure, yeah.
Like
well, I mean, of course, especially the old Mankind, like suplexed on fucking drawing pins and all that. Like.
And he's the nicest guy. But dude, I feel like...
Was he? Yeah, he was lovely,
well, because I met him 2 times. One was before I was ever a comic. It was just to see him. And that was great. That was like, shook his hand. You rule. You're a hero.
Yeah.
And then the second time, I was a comic. So I was in this comic mindset. And I was like, hey man, do you have an opener? Because like I'm a comic, it would be huge for me if I could open for you. And he's like, oh, we'll see, but I think we got one already.
Why? Could he do like what? He was
doing like it was a spoken word thing.
Oh, okay.
And he has this whole bit about that Hell in the Cell match, like a big chunk on that.
And it's funny. And like
it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's not like a pro comic level.
That's
because the problem is the first time I saw him, they had like the pros in the scene open for him.
Yeah.
Do you know Kevin Banner maybe? But
no.
He's like was the top dog in Vancouver at the time, and he murdered. And then you have Mick Foley go up, who's never really done comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he just sort of died, and it was sort of tough. And then the second time they had it all figured out.
The
opener was this guy who's also an amateur pro wrestler. Like,
okay,
and it all just worked a lot better.
That's sick then. Yeah, that's sad.
So if I can
Colt Cabana, let's say we were talking about him last night.
Oh, I love Colt Cabana.
He does comedy as well, innit? Yeah. So there's a few of them that do it, I guess, innit? Yeah.
I would want to meet Doug Stanhope.
You want to meet Doug Stanhope
before he dies? Yeah.
Dougie. B Money, as I call you, if you're watching, as you know to do, he's a subscriber.
Oh, is he? Yeah,
of course. If you got a moment, come see meet my boy Jordan, and I promise I'll call you back one day. I'm just busy meeting LeBron and all that sort of stuff.
He's coming. He's coming, by the way. He's doing a England tour.
Is he really?
Early next year, yeah.
What venues would he be doing?
He's doing like the Apollo here.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Which I was surprised by. I thought he'd do like 100 seater.
I thought he'd be doing like comedy clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Hot Water or something like that. That'd be fucking sick or whatever.
Dude, I'm still probably gonna go see him. But I was gonna write him an email, sort of like my Foley plea, and be like, "Can I open for you?"
Let's see. I'd be like, hey, if you want to do some gigs around, you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
true.
Like,
hey, I've got like stages, you know what I mean. Imagine him down at Jokes of the Oaks, sort of like what, like literally like.
It would be too mega.
In America, like I got to meet him briefly because my mate Nick's son and Ben Elwood opened for him, so I got to meet him briefly. Just like like you know what I mean. What's up? Good show. You know what I mean. That was it. Because we got like I saw him live and that was fucking sick. And like I think he'd done a few other rooms as well. Like that Nick just got him on and stuff. So like shit. I mean, it's a comic in a different city. I'd want a gig.
Totally.
Outside of my show, you know what I mean? So,
but he's also like a fucking old curmudgeon, so who knows?
I mean, exactly. Just be like, hey, there's free bevies. People like, I'm there.
Dude, I saw him a few years ago, and he does a meet and greet after every show, right?
Yeah.
But I was off work, I hadn't eaten, and we were just, my buddy and I were just getting liquored throughout the show.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Yeah.
And so I blacked out through the show. I don't remember like half of it.
Oh my God.
And then, like the next, one of those ones where you just wake up in your bed the next day, and you're like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
And I open Facebook and I'm just tagged arm in arm with Doug. Just like,
no way, you don't remember that?
And I don't remember it
You don't remember what you said at all?
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so. That would be my LeBron James meeting experience for sure. I'd be so hammered at a Lakers game, and then I'm just thinking the photos like me. He's got me in a headlock or something like that, or whatever, on his back or whatever. You're like, what the fuck did I say?
It's funny, man.
That's so crazy, that. Running off with the shoes. You can see me like Cole Porter style. That's so sick. Alright, we'll wrap it up shortly, but unless you've got another way.
I know, that's all I thought of.
That's
tattoos or the murder?
Murder or tattoos, so put it in the comments what you think. I already know what you fucking rats are going to be doing. I tell you, they'll be like, murder this person. If you've got anybody that needs murdering, let me know, because you're making my dream come true, and also I'm solving a problem for you. So I'm the cheapest hitman because I'm doing it just for myself.
Yeah.
It's a favour, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So that's sound. But let them know about your pod because, I mean, basketball fans and video gamers and stoners.
We're all in the same.
So this is like Hot Ones, go.
Yeah, it's the Game of Your Life podcast. I talk to people about a game that changed their life. I just had Kyle on an hour ago. It'll be out next week.
This will be out this Friday, and this will be out the following Thursday. So
yeah, and it's a lot of fun. If you like video games, check it out.
Yeah, we done a Pac-Man as well, which was fucking sick as well. Could be smashing that at Thomas's bar at the Scotland as well. But we're gonna go because we got a gig now. He runs a gig stage time in Manchester, and stage time, baby. Of course, the King's there. What do you mean? I live off it. I'm like Pac-Man for stage time. I'll give me it, and also follow Jordan Ducharme on what's your Instagram?
GOIL Pod on Twitter or Funny Jordan D on everything else.
Exactly, and got a Jokes with the Oaks every Tuesday in Manchester. It's fucking sick.
Go there.
I'm Carl Legacy. I'll see you in a bit. And you'll see me on the news, obviously. And I apologise now to my whole family, but it's his fault. So
this is not a confession. This is all a joke.
Yeah. See you later. Yeah.